Hello friends, you're watching English with D, the channel with no jargon, only useful information. With the reading trick videos, we want to help students to solve their time management problem in Ielts reading. This lesson has been prepared with the same purpose in which you will learn how to solve cause and effect type questions in reading without actually reading the passage. Before we begin, if you are a new viewer, then subscribe to our channel so that you do not miss out on more such amazing lessons in future. And needless to say, like and share this video as much as possible. So let's get started. First, let's have a look at the example that we are going to solve today. As you can see that on the left side we have 5 causes or questions, and on the right hand side we have options which we have to match with our 5 questions. Let's start to analyze each cause one by one. Look at the first statement carefully. The main subject of the statement are people and their movement from rural areas or villages to cities. Now the movement from village to city is the cause, and we have to identify what would be its effect. First of all, look at all the options and shortlist that fit logically with people and their movement to city. Only 2 such options are there. First is A, that is, when people go to city, their quality of life is improved. And second is G, that is, part of cities are converted into slums. Now listen very carefully as I am going to explain that why option A cannot be our answer. Option A is a general statement, which means that everybody who moves from village to city gets a better life quality, which is obviously not true. Look around yourself, and every day you will see so many poor people who have migrated from villages to cities working as daily wagers, construction workers, roadside vendors, and clearly the quality of their life is still not better since they are living in poverty even in cities. Now, moving to option G. Whenever poor people move to cities, they settle in suburbs or on the outskirts of the cities in small houses made up of materials such as plastic sheets or metal sheets. And you know, what do we call such communities where these types of homes are made? Yes, you guessed it right. Such communities are called slums. Hence, for the first question, the better and more logical answer is option G. Now, in the second question, we are talking about making buildings simple and functional. So, tell me, how do you make anything simple, or what type of thing would you call simple? A simple thing is which is not swanky or expensive, or a simple building is one which does not have such materials, or in other words, a building which is not decorated much. So, to make a building simple, we would remove expensive or decorative things which fits with the option F. Hence, option F is our answer. Now, the next cause is economic depression and World War II, which happened in Europe, and we have to find its effect. We know that the effects of a war are seen after it is over, and World War II ended in 1945 or in the first half of 20th century. So, its effect would be seen in the second half when the war was over, which fits with the option H. Also, if you look at other options carefully, you will notice that none of the options seem like an effect of war. Hence, here we mark H as our answer. In the next cause, we are talking about making multi-story buildings as per the contemporary style. Now, the contemporary style is the latest style belonging to the time mentioned. First, we look at the main subject, multi-story buildings. Multi-story buildings mean a building with several floors, so immediately option D strikes as the answer because in this option lifts are mentioned, which are an essential part of any multi-story building. Also, in the second half of the statement, it is mentioned that these buildings are built as per the new or the latest style. Now, with this argument, option C also fits as the answer because in order to make building in the latest fashion, we have to reconstruct or break some parts to make the required changes. Also, only these two options fit the main subjects, which are constructing multi-story building according to the contemporary or latest pattern. So, for the time being, we would mark both C and D as our answers. The last cause or action is that less land must be used for buildings. Now, think logically that if we want to accommodate more people, but there is a condition that we have to use the minimum amount of land, then what will we do or what kind of houses we would build? If we have to fit more people in one building, then the best way is to make it multi-story or to build more number of floors in a single building, which will allow more people to reside at the same time, meeting the condition of using less amount of land. And as we discussed earlier, that for a multi-story building, what do we require? And I'm sure this time you all have guessed the right option, and that is D, because it mentions lifts which are present in most of the multi-story buildings. So mark D as the answer for question number 5. Now, let's have a look at our answers. This is how our answers look like when we attempted without reading the passage, and to be safe, if you are not sure about question 4, you mark D as the answer for both questions 4 and 5. Now let's have a look at the actual answers. Lo and behold, our 4 questions are absolutely right out of 5 total questions. That is 80% accuracy, and that too without reading a single line from the passage and taking just a few minutes. Amazing, isn't it? This technique, along with our previous reading techniques, will solve your time management problem for sure. Guys, as usual, I know you love this video, so share it with your friends who are struggling with the same problem of time management, and they will thank you for the rest of their lives. Thanks for watching.